Yo, what is up guys, Face here and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and today I'm going to be going over the Sheridan Missle. Its event has just arrived in the store, and a few weeks ago I did make a video on this event and that it would be coming into the game, and it finally has come. In all, I'm going to be going over what you can get from this event as you progress through it, if the main reward being the Sheridan Missle is worth it, or would it be better to go for the mighty haul containers that are in this event, and I'll be going over exactly what you get from those containers as well. First of all, how do you progress your way through the event? First of all, for every victory, you get 2 rockets. The rockets are a currency in this event in order to progress your way through it. For those 2 game types, you will get 2 rockets for every victory in tier 4 to 10 vehicles. However, if you are someone who likes to play game modes a lot of the time, fun modes like Wargaming is calling them now, like Gravitation, Gravity Mode, Uprising, and all those other game modes, Skirmish, all of them, you will earn 3 rockets for every victory. So you'll earn an extra 1 rocket if you are playing game modes. So if you're someone who likes playing game modes, that is actually a bonus to you. And if you're someone like me who doesn't really like game modes and likes to play the traditional regular game types, then obviously you'll only earn 2. However, if you already own the Sheridan Missle, you will earn an additional 1 rocket for every victory you win in game modes. Obviously, the Sheridan Missle can only be used in game modes, so if you have not yet received your Sheridan Missle, if you've not grinded it, you want to note that it is only used and can only be used in game modes. I did mention this in my thorough review on the event before it actually came out. I only use this in game modes. I do want to say that again, but let's now move on to what you get from this event. First of all, you get kit coins, which is very nice since Retrotopia event is currently in the game. You get 310 kit coins for your first 10 rockets, meaning that you need to win 5 games for that rocket if you're playing regular or ratings games. After you win another 5 games in regular or ratings game, you will then earn 100,000 credits. For 15 rockets after that, you will get a camouflage, which I suppose looks kind of nice. It's kind of old. This camo has been given for free many times, and it is quite free right now, but in my opinion, it's not the most beautiful camo out there. Let me know what you guys think of it, but it is a camouflage regardless. So the 4th stage gives you 510 kit coins for another 15 rockets. And for the 5th stage, for another 20 rockets, you'll get 5 times 3 boosters, which is very nice if you're a free-to-play player, obviously. It means that you can grind through your event a lot quicker. The 6th stage for another 15 rockets will give you another camouflage. It's just the red version of the camouflage, the yellow one that I just showed you. In my opinion, this one looks a bit better. It's exactly the same thing, but just a different color. The 7th stage for another 10 rockets gives you some boosters. And lastly, the 8th stage before the Sheridan Missle and the mighty haul containers, you will get 15 gold boosters, which is very nice. That will give you about 300 gold if you win every single game at tier 10. Now, moving on to the nice and juicy stuff at the end of the line, you get either the option of going for the Sheridan Missle or the mighty haul container, which you can get only 10 times and for 45 rockets. However, if you go straight for the Sheridan Missle, it will cost you 300 rockets to get your hands on the vehicle. Now, if you are someone who does not have the Sheridan Missle, obviously you're going to go for the Sheridan Missle. If you already have the Sheridan Missle, you will only get about 500 gold if you go ahead and go for it. So it's not really worth it to go ahead and grind 300 rockets. And for that reason, I do highly suggest, if you already have the Sheridan Missle, to go for the mighty haul containers. And what do you get from these mighty haul containers? Obviously, it's nothing much. It is only 45 rockets, which is not a lot, but it is quite a bit of wins if you think about it. You get a few attachments for those victories. First of all, you get the one that's literally a flamethrower on your head. You get the snow cannon. You get the plasma shooter, Tesla gun, whatever Wargaming wants to call it. But you do get some ×5 boosters, which is very nice. And you also get the camouflages, which are in the event. You get some more of those and some credits, and obviously some gold boosters and normal XP boosters as well. Now, as you can see, you can't really get much nice things from this besides the attachments. If you're someone who wants to look bougie, the attachments, I guess, and I suppose, will look pretty nice. Those attachments are quite a hard drop, as you can see, compared to the rest of the items in this crate. You can only have basically an 8% drop chance of getting yourselves a attachment. You are going to play quite a few games to get yourselves 1 container. Now, if you're someone who wants to get the Sheridan Missle, how much time will you have to invest in the game, and how many battles will you need to get your hands on the vehicle? Now, as you can see, it costs 415 rockets to get your Sheridan Missle. Now, I'm going to go off the victories from regular and ratings battles, which only give you 2 rockets, and for that amount, you're going to have to play 207 or 208 battles. However, you only get rockets for victories, so remember that? Yeah. And that means if you have 50% win rate, you are going to have to play about 414 battles in order to get yourselves the Sheridan Missle. Now, this is not an easy event for most players. I can see that already. However, if you average 70% of your games, you can do that in about maybe 300 battles, maybe 280 battles. I'm doing this off my head, so obviously the math is not going to be the greatest, but obviously the average player averages about 50% win rate, so the average player is going to need to play about 415 battles. So if you're a 50% player, you basically just look at the amount of rockets needed, and you can say that is the amount of battles required to actually get the tank. So obviously, if you look at the first reward, 10 rockets needed. If you're a 50% player, that is 10 battles. Now, if you have a look at the Sheridan Missle again, if you click on it, it will show you how many rockets you need. You need 415. That means that the average player who averages 50% win rate is going to have to play about 415 battles to get their hands on the Sheridan Missle. Likewise for the Mighty Hall, if you look at it, you need 160 rockets. If you want to go straight for the Mighty Hall container, you're going to need to play, if you are a 50% win rater, 160 battles. Now, if you don't have much time on your hands, do I suggest you to spend any money on this event? Obviously not. Events are the worst thing to spend your money on because they're usually high rocketed up there in terms of prices, and for 16,600 gold, you're going to get a tank that you can only use in game modes. Now, the Sheridan Missle, while it might be a tier 10 collector's vehicle, you don't get rewarded a tier 10 collectible selling price. Now, most tier 10 collectibles, you can sell them for 7,500 gold. However, the Sheridan Missle, you get about 90 gold from it. And I believe if you already have the Sheridan Missle and you go and get the Sheridan Missle now, you'll get awarded 500 gold, which is absolutely awful for the amount of time and amount of battles you will need in order to get your hands on the tank. Now, remember, if you're someone who plays this game a lot, this is just a side event that you can get miscellaneously on the side. Obviously, if you play a lot of games, generally, you're just going to get an extra reward for playing those said games. Now, if you are someone who has the Sheridan Missle, I do highly suggest you to go for the Mighty Hall containers. You don't get much from them, but obviously, like I said, if you're playing a lot of games, obviously, then you can get a nice reward on the side. Now, the event is kind of lackluster, I will say that. The Sheridan Missle is a very fun tank. It can be very troll, and also, I mean, it's just a great bit of fun if you're looking to play some game modes. I'm not the biggest fan of game mode, so I don't really find myself playing the Sheridan Missle that often. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys play the Sheridan Missle often? And if you do, you can just leave a little comment down below, or in my Discord server, there'll be a link to that in the description. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you did, you can leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and I greatly appreciate it. Anyways, guys, that's it for me today. Hopefully your shells hit their marks, and I'll check you in the next one. Cheers.